potatoes and carrots.
So,
One in Texas is with us.
so what's the difference between the Texas immigrants and the ones that are in?
California.
Okay.
See,
They aren't they, if they coming from the same place, aren't they the same?
see, the
Yeah,
one in
you
California
can
been
tell
here
me
long.
they better.
Oh, it's been here longer.
Get
See,
her
they're mixing in
I'll
with
come over there
whatever
and
happened in
I'll yank
America.
them up.
Then you go to Texas, they're a little slower. And when they make it to the
I'm going to.
here,
I will.
they're
And
kind
I'll
of scared.
no, they're not going to do her
You
that
know
way.
what I'm saying? They get because they really ain't. They don't like them here.
Which one?
We need to create.
See what I'm saying?
You got me a correct.
Okay.
I made one when I was, but I know how you are about switching it up. But are you talking about shake or drink?
Drink.
I got it.
Yeah.
I made some over there, but I can
Okay.
do something different if you want.
What you need?
Okay.
I don't know because I just threw some stuff together, but it was good. And I told myself to put cucumber. I was gonna put cucumber lime in there at the end.
Exactly.
Let's do that.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
because I knew that I knew it was something. So, but I don't know.
Funky, funky.
They just don't want to do right when it comes down to Trump because the immigrants really don't bother me
It
They
is
don't
what it
eat.
is.
because they do jobs that ain't none of us want to do.
Mm.
And so I'm like, they don't bother me.
They don't. They
But
don't
How
help.
did that? How did they
But I
just get
still
down?
think that, everybody has to still do their part. I mean, if you're going to come, you got to pay insurance, you got to do all the stuff like everybody else does. It just, I don't know.
But I think that's where the downfall of the
See,
country
the
is.
immigrants
Giving
in
everybody
Well, they need
everything
California.
is making certain people feel a certain way.
Well, the most of them voted for Trump.
Yeah, because they've
Yeah,
been
but he'd
fooled.
rather have them against that damn wall.
See, that's right. They fooled.
And see, my thing about this wall is what kills me is I think that they pick certain people this up to because if it wasn't for the Hispanics being on the wall, I think they'd be trying to put a wall up for us to stay in there.
Sure would.
We didn't ask him over here.
But I feel like that's
But see what it is for us. They're trying to erase us. Take it out of history books. Y'all need to know. Y'all need to know. So they take it.
Yeah, that's why I don't want no cows.
They tell us all this stuff, and it's just like, okay, that's my problem. Hey, sugar drops.
All right. All right.
She's
I'll
a
see
chef
you
too. She
outside.
cooks. Keto. She's real good.
Uh-huh.
And her food is good from what they say. She ain't brought me nothing. Hunger.
No. Don't see how I better coffee.
Church member says.
Yeah.
Are we bitter?
Oh, yeah. We have to. Okay.
We were sitting up here talking about
Like,
Trump and,
cut my hair too.
the immigrants.
She's not going to be. So,
The
but
immigrants
anyway.
Oh,
and the border.
Okie dokie, Mickey.
That's
See
deep,
you about
honey.
5-ish.
But it is what it is.
I'm with you. I'm not against anybody coming over here, but do it the right way.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Because they do stuff that we're not gonna do. And you couldn't get me to get on the roof.
I'm not doing out there.
You sure couldn't. You can't get me to get outside. The Hispanics be washing cars and be doing weekend. I mean,
Okay.
let me know what you know you're not gonna do.
I'm not.
Now, what I will say is lately, the price done went up on the
Well, just put a little
Hispanics.
stuff that all that didn't make me.
And I'm like, no, wait a
Have
minute.
cards
Wait
like
a
that.
minute.
They're not figuring it out.
But then it's different
Uh-huh.
because if we're doing them jobs, we have to pay a whole bunch of taxes. and
Okay.
stuff too.
And
They
make
don't
sure
have to.
there's
So I'm like, no,
all
wait a minute now. You gonna make the price low because
Okay. Okay.
we gonna pay full price when somebody got to do a whole bunch of paying taxes stuff. But I think they should be able to work and
Okay.
be over here with us
Good luck on that one, but I'll work on it.
because they don't bother me.
Okay, sweetheart.
And then today Trump's going to
Okay,
go
baby girl.
trial for his thing.
I know it's like that, ain't that?
You got to.
I don't understand.
That's another trial coming up too.
He's still on day
The
8
Supreme
when
Court.
y'all know he's done this. Throw his
After
ass
this
in
one,
jail. Be
another
done.
Well, but he's so confident that
He
he's
trying
not
to get
going to
immunity?
jail that
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Baby,
Cool.
even Al Capone went to jail for racketeering.
That's right.
He ain't nothing but a gangster in a suit.
but do you think they gonna send him to the grave? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I
May
don't,
somebody hire over even the president.
You sure
If
will.
you have to speak
That's
for
right.
but he is too cocky. Everything he's
him.
talking
And they
about.
gonna shut his mouth up and shut him down for real. So,
That's
Shut
right.
him
Do
down.
it.
The ground.
You think?
Yep.
uh-huh.
I don't think so.
Here you go.
What?
You can keep it.
Mhm.
I got two.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
pretty. What kind of thing is that? You want to switch?
No. Why? I'm telling you
What you
why.
get?
But see, if Trump was a good person,
That's what I said that.
you won't be complaining about everything. They're against me. They're against me. Everything.
shit.
They're against me. They're doing this. They're witch hunting.
You're doing it to yourself. You're doing it to
wanna-
yourself. You're a jackass.
When you lost,
You want a fair
You
fight?
should have get this left.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody else.
It's got, she got a whole lot of shit in it.
you got cheated.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring it on back.
Yeah.
Then also has fiber, protein, collagen,
But then when
hydration,
it
and
comes
fat
out,
burner
the
green
foundation
tea and
is
aloe
lost
vera.
to you.
It's like it's a whole lot going on.
Don't
But
make
you drinking it, so you can't tell. It ain't
Yep. You
doing
rigged
nothing
it.
bad
It's
to
a
you.
rigger.
You know, a lot of times you be like, ooh, but because you
And
be
the Russians helped them.
And then trying to get all those
Fruit
women
and
in trouble because they didn't count right and all that when they were doing the
Oh, yeah.
voting.
They
Whatever
counted right.
they did.
well, you know he's coming back here again in a couple of months, weeks. Trump, or next month.
Oh, he comes here all the time. Other than Frank.
But here's the thing, what he's got to understand, when many people are coming out of the West and some up north,
Uh-huh.
Tennessee could flip. It ain't done it in years since
Yep.
92. It could
Yep.
flip blue.
That's
You
right.
think so?
Yes.
Yes, a lot of people here now.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No. We had too many of those other counties
Too.
that.
And
that-
most of those counties are in East Tennessee. Majority of your numbers are coming out of Middle Tennessee and somewhat of West.
I can't leave on this conversation. It's a good one.
It is.
It's good.
Trying to make an election, it's like Davidson County is always Democratic.
Always.
And then Shelby County is the other Democrat. We don't really have another blue city in,
It's in
Tennessee.
Charlotte.
So it's, I think
Alaska,
it's like,
I'm gonna tell you, Franklin could turn it.
Franklin.
Girl.
well,
It's
Listen.
too much money in Franklin.
Reason
I
I
don't
say
see
that is we had somebody to try to run for mayor up there, and her ass lost when they found out she had the damn KKK at the door.
She had the KKK at the
Yeah,
door.
the Proud Boys.
Shut up.
They voted her ass out of
Well,
the city.
okay, but wait a minute. So how is Trump getting away with what he getting away with? Because he had the whole KKK go to the
but see,
damn
he's
White
not,
House.
he's a different kind of,
Dumb.
he's not like
She's a different
the
kind of guy.
racists that are like KKKs. He is like the uppity,
Undercover.
you know, yeah, he's the undercover, where he has money, and it's not just that southern type of racism.
Oh, like country
He has
race.
Yeah,
He's
he has
do he
more of
really
the
have money?
corporate race.
Who's Trump?
Yeah, because they're taking his money.
That man got money. He's in all kind of scandals. He always got
And he
money.
gonna be all kind of broke when he get done.
Well, he don't
Yeah,
get bankrupt like 12 times,
He's
so
already had-
he know how to
he's
work
already
around it.
70-some years old. He'll be dead in a couple
And
of
see
hours.
now too.
Well, yeah, I guess. But you know what? A lot of people are mixing up with him. A lot of the Southerns, like in Nashville and stuff, that vote for him, they don't realize he's not paying them no attention. They don't make enough money for him to pay attention. He
Oh,
only
no.
deals with people with money. These people with these farms is fighting for him. He is never gonna care about you.
No,
But
because
see,
you know,
Because he'll sell your farm to get the money.
And you,
That
all
too.
y'all will be gone.
but for those people, he throw the race card on.
yes. And that's what I'm trying to say.
That's
It's
what
like,
he gonna
that's
do.
how he gets them. And then
Right.
with the 1% that's making all the money, they want the tax break. So
Yeah.
you have a combination of the wealthy and the poor coming together for him because it's two different things that they're fighting for.
But you know,
I
you
never
never look
liked
at Channel
him when he
4.
had that show, and I don't like him as
Oh,
president
Yeah,
at all.
I'm right there with
I
you.
love Celebrity Apprentice when it was on.
You like what? You like
Celebrity-
the apprentice?
I did when it was on because that was before he was president. Because I only liked it because Nene was on there. And she cussed out, girl. You know, I loved it. And Luke Bryan, I think. You know, I love it. It's something special. But you know what I'm starting to realize is a lot of them are trying to do the race card.
Yep.
But the race card is not as active here as it is in, let's say, like Memphis or Pulaski or something like that. Because Nashville is not.
No, it's changing.
It's hidden here.
Yep.
It's always been hidden, but it's not out. Like, cause
Yeah.
I know it's not because I was raised here.
Yeah.
It's
always been hidden here. It's always.
But
been hidden.
that's a respect thing because that's stuff that we think about other people and they think about us. But you, as long as you know how to act when you're in their
Yeah.
face,
Yeah.
that's my thing.
It's always been hidden.
I just never. But here they try to make it. oh, well, you won't be able to do this because and I'm like, that's not cute because I got a whole bunch of white friends and my friends don't act like that.
Yeah.
But if you go to Pulaski, I had a friend the other day.
Ashton City.
You can go to Cooper.
You can go to
Yep,
Dixon.
it's bad there too.
You used to go to Heritage. But I have a friend, she's the cutest thing. She's from California. And she's up here all the time. I want to show y'all what she come up here. And she says, my friends just bought a house in Pulaski and be having the best barbecue. You need to come down there with us on Sunday. I said, I'm not.
Like she knew what we knew.
And then she said, I know they say it used to be racist and this, she said, but I'll jump on their back. First of all, she about this big and skinny and little. Who you finna fight? Girl, I'm just so I get down there. I said, girl, we can meet. We can meet right on up here in Smyrna. We is not going up there. I ain't going up there and I know better. She said, well, they have kids that are mixed and it's okay. I said, girl, they just bought the house. Let them kids sit there a couple more years. They gonna see what it is. Because it is what it is.
Well, that's why most of those kids try to move to Nashville. Like, I ain't staying down there.
I'm surprised Pulaski. I will tell you, when they make weed legal, I wouldn't mind going up to Pulaski and
I can't.
but I just don't know who's gonna run it because I can't stay there by myself. I'm gonna be in here anyway, so but yeah, I think he's gonna get off because anybody else that had did this, they would have been under the jail.
I'll say Obama would already been in jail, baby. It
Oh,
wouldn't even
mama.
know what.
Bush, all of them would have been in jail. He's
I
got
don't
something
think he
special
gonna get
going
off.
on.
I think it's a facade. or
Clinton,
something.
he was a
If
guilty
you
one
let Trump
too.
get away with this, what about the next bad joker?
Mhm.
Ooh,
He
who
gonna-
he's trying to.
They gonna say Trump done this.
I think they prolong this is because they trying to avoid this war overseas
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and promoting that.
Mhm.
And we gonna let y'all think we're gonna let him out, but we can keep his ass up last.
That's it.
I'll never forget.
You think so?
It's too,
I hope
it's
so.
too
I
many
hope so.
immigrants here. He gonna mess.
I know I'm gonna.
I don't think so. I think he's opening it up where them people in where them people, the men Pluty, what's
Putin
the,
and Russia.
he's working with them
Yeah,
and they gonna come up and take over everything. It's them.
Better
Yeah.
be ready because everybody in the U.S. got guns.
Yeah, but they not working because Pluto's in. You go, hey, how can I help you? I got one. You got one. You okay? Come on up here. What you want? Yeah, they that's regular customers. How can we help you? So I don't know what's going on. So are you asking a question? Oh, she told you to order. You know what it is? I can barely understand it. Are you asking about do you say medicine something?
Medicine ball.
Okay, the medicine ball they have at Starbucks. Where did you hear about it?
Right there next to
Okay, so Dre,
Same drink,
you
right?
are you saying you want the drink that Drea had?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a medicine ball. Oh, I couldn't hear you. That's you can come closer if you want. Yeah, you fine. Yeah.
Sounds like she's a whore.
Yeah, so you want what Dre had. It's not on there, it's for your immune system. It's an immune drink. Okay, that makes sense. I'm like, what are you talking about? But that makes sense. So you came from next door.
Yeah.
Because the lady that came from next door was the owner.
Yeah,
So she got it for Drea. So you want that.
yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, we want to help you, but I don't know what you getting.
I don't know, you know.
Oh, Faf, she got what you got, except I got her one a different flavor.
Okay, there you go.
What's your phone number?
615
Okay.
573 7858. I never know what I get.
I'm trying to figure out what the derby course gonna be this year.
She stays there. Sharon be all over the place.
At the derby?
No, I've never been to the
You just went to something with the horses and stuff.
Well, my daughter is a barrel. My granddaughter's a barrel fighter.
Okay.
And she's been doing it since she was 12. So she's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, she
Yeah,
runs,
better than
she
I
runs
do.
14 seconds.
Do you want yours hot too, or you want a cold one?
And she's
Okay.
gorgeous. And she don't even know it.
She's real cute.
She,
How long is you said she's been doing it a while?
since she was 12 years old. Yeah, she's a hot mess. I'm telling you, girl.
I feel like I need to bet on this horse because my bless his
No,
heart.
I
What's the
love
name of the
Kentucky
horse?
Derby. I watch it every year.
I got a
watch it
cousin that
every
look
year.
like a horse, but I don't know.
My husband used to gamble on it every year.
When is the Derby?
It's always the first weekend in May.
Oh, so it's coming up like next week.
And don't they wear the cute little hats and stuff and look all southern
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
Hampshire? I mean, like
Them mint jewels are not good
I know,
though. I
sunny
used to have
day.
fun going to the
I
track.
love it. I love it. I couldn't go down there because they say they got horse flies all over the place. And see,
Girl, I enjoy going down there. My cousin, yeah, like,
Did you go last year?
I didn't go, but I ended up betting on their natural women.
Oh,
And then they watched it. I bet, I don't watch it. I just bet on it. Watch it.
I like
How
to
much
bet
do
on
you
things.
actually win on it?
Depending on how much money you put on it. Like, I bet for fun, so I'm not finna bet a cent amount of money. That's just
next
crazy.
time you go, bet 20,000, see what happens.
Girl, I ain't gonna be like that. But I bet $2 and won $2.75.
Really?
Okay, that's what I was.
Now that's a good
saying.
bet. That's what you want
That's what I
to
said. I was like, oh, okay, I can do that.
You got folks up there taking whole house notes. No, but I gotta see a Leo. I'd be ready to hurt one of the horses that did not come in. But
Well, you know the horse living better than them anyway. So the fact that they go to the pen and spend all that money, they gotta be doing. I wouldn't even play if I were a girl.
Oh,
Yeah, but they said on the news today that it looks like
No, she don't. She likes the rodeo.
Trump is up
Barrel
in
horses.
the
You know where they run the
he's up in
barrel.
the races.
Yeah,
What's
she
his
does
platform?
that.
You don't have
She's
one.
so pretty.
Well, the people that was on the TV this morning was construction workers in New York, and they were us.
The blue.
And the man said it was better when he was
She's a
here.
country girl.
And the guy that interviewed him was like, and he said, think about it. He said, when you go to the store, it be this. I'm like, that's why you out there looking slow in the sun. You got a heat coming on with you. I was just like, you're so stupid. And then you gonna sit up there and they gonna think we all slow.
Yeah, she fell in love with it a long time ago.
And he was, and so they showed, and with him being up in numbers, and then they showed his thing from
well, what's
court.
gonna happen? What's gonna happen when he's in jail?
Well, the thing is, do we really believe he's gonna go to jail?
No, this story,
I just
this
don't
story
believe it.
case, like I even watched her documentary going before the case.
She's scared,
that
but she ain't
said-
scared him that much.
No,
They
No.
I'm
Too
with you
much.
on that.
they got too much on them.
There's another woman too.
Because he,
Oh yeah, the other woman just came out recently.
wait a minute, it's two of them?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I think she's supposed to talk about it in the trial as well. They found her. She was another. They
And
paid her $100.
If you want to, because every time you get something, you get $1 back.
To be quiet.
So,
And
or if you want, I could just put it on the
guy
drain
that was
for now.
over the Inquirer or whatever that
Yeah.
paper is. He,
Put on the drain,
he said
okay.
that
You're so sweet, you're gonna give her your $1.
paid him
See, that's how I
to
know you
not
sweet.
post
Those interviews.
interviews or any news bad against him to.
Oh, when
to
you
hide
think that, that's gonna clear that up. I have to take a
Uh-huh.
class and everything.
So
I
that's
drink my
all
nose every day.
really real, like
Huh.
evidence that they have.
Clear,
against him.
Those
Zyrtec.
people talking, but they don't want to go to jail.
Yeah, they don't wanna go.
I take one. My doctor told me usually you have to take it every day, all summer. I have to actually start taking them in March.
Stormy Daniels.
And I take them all the way to October. And if you want a lot of them, go to Sam's and get big things, and that'll take you through the
I
summer
don't
and
know her
everything.
name, but he paid her.
I don't play. I've been doing mine for years.
Hush money.
There you
He,
go.
he think the
You
Supreme
can,
Court.
uh,
Yeah, that's why he wanted to go to.
Is that a tampon?
Because
They might.
he appointed like 3 of them. They're gonna turn on him too.
Yeah, yeah,
Somebody
you can, and if you want to, you can always call your order, text your number or text it, and then that way you don't have to worry about sitting, because I always want to make it, and I want to try that one because I can make you a good one too.
Clarence Thomas,
Thank God, Julia.
he
Oh,
was
when you
sued
get,
one-
as soon as you sip that, your voice and
He
stuff
was
will be
sick or
okay. Because that one has
Clarence
1,200
Thomas
grams of
is
vitamin C,
it's crazy.
19 grams of zinc, vitamin
You
B12,
don't know what-
B6,
you know,
B9,
he appointed for
B4,
life.
B7,
Yeah.
Can't get rid of
Uh,
it.
Sadness.
B6.
Don't forget what
It also has
That's my problem with him.
Honey, he been I forgot that.
He got rid of fermented.
chai tea in it,
Yeah.
and
He voted against it.
digestive health.
Oh,
How you think you got?
Oh, well, no, look, I want you to get to the dough and sip it so you can tell me what you think, because I want to hear what you're going to say. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to, because you see they locked R. Kelly up in 5 minutes. I take it. They locked him up, and Bill Cosby had 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So with him, he just keep going and going. So I don't believe that they're
I
gonna
think
get
that
it.
Trump has so much on so many big people.
He
That's
does.
what's
He does.
Like Puffy.
That's what kept him out of it for so long. But his mouth continues to get him in trouble. He don't know how to just shut up
He
and
don't.
walk
And
away.
guess what? Them
He don't know how to
bitches gotta
lose.
answer to somebody.
No,
No.
He don't know how to
doesn't know
lose.
shut up.
He don't know how to lose. He just keeps on going.
So cocky.
But
and
see,
thinking that you
With
can't
Epstein,
don't have to answer.
he killed Epstein.
Yeah, I believe
Oh
it.
God,
I
yeah.
believe
He was a sitting president, and this guy.
I hadn't thought about
Uh-huh.
that, but that
Did
makes
he?
sense.
You think he killed him?
Oh,
he had videos
Of
and,
all them
and
numbers.
pictures on all of them. And what in the Epstein whole trial, some of his women were going to Key Largo to Trump.
What?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Girl, watch the.
Yes.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. I already know he's stupid. But I already know he's stupid. I don't need to confirm it.
Prince over in England.
Yes.
All of them.
All of them.
Oh yeah, I forget. Yeah, I forgot.
With
that.
those underage girls. That's what they went out there, but they did.
Underage girls.
That's what
They
they
think
went.
money can get them out of anything.
But you know what? Then everybody should go to jail too, because I seen a thing online today. There's a 15-year-old that is at Vanderbilt with her baby, and the baby daddy is 40 some years old. And they say that the girl was just the police is something's going on with them. It was on the Channel 4.
Who was this?
At Vanderbilt Hospital is a 15-year-old girl with
Yeah,
her
but-
baby daddy is 40 something.
I'm
Yeah,
not surprised.
And guess how old the baby is? 2.
Mm.
So she was 13 when he started doing them things.
Yeah.
And he showed and
And
a
the-
nurse commented under there and she said, "We just mind our business, and it's the sickest thing because he comes in daily with the kids stuff." And one of the girls commented, "That's sad. So he gonna be in jail and she's gonna be a single mother."
That's right.
So what you think?
This
about
sound like sold to the high.
He did it.
That makes
Puffy.
me
Yeah.
like.
I think he,
It makes my heart race. My heart
No.
race. We're not like
Oh,
my heart
T-
rate this
They
minute.
got a picture with him and Puffy standing, right?
that ain't real, Charles. That TDJ. TDJ, that I believe
Did he really step down? Because they said he stepped down.
No. You know them church people.
Talking about.
A church dummy. He's
Now,
still up in there.
my ex said T.D. Jakes is gay.
You think so?
And I said, no, he can't be.
I believe he is.
Then,
Anything in
when they
Atlanta
popped
is
up, I said,
untouchable.
oh, yeah. Joking out there running with the thugs.
You think so, Charles?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't.
See,
That's it going down. They all like,
mhm.
You think so?
oh yeah.
The stars are going to fall. Baby.
Because it
The
was
Puffy got all that
it's
money. All he can do
2076.
is not to be
So,
around
I
the
just
thugs,
guess
just like
Cat Williams let
Well,
the cat
you
out.
fix a cat flush.
Cat Williams is what.
Tupac let it out too, but they killed him. But
Yes.
Prince, he talked about that stuff too. They got rid of him too.
Well, here's the thing. Why you wait until somebody's almost 60 years old and want to start killing folks? If you're going to kill them when they're young and can really fight.
But they wasn't talking too much then.
Michael Jackson's dead as hell
Yeah.
Yeah.
from the drugs.
Yep.
But a lot of them are, yeah, it's now just coming out to where it's okay to talk about it and say the
Okay.
things that was happening.
Now Michael Jackson died for drugs, right?
Yes.
What about that doctor?
He's free.
What about the doctor that
Doctor
was
brought the
taking
drugs
care
in
of it?
there.
You would have brought him too if you was getting 800,000 a month or whatever. It was a lot of money. When you sell it,
Yeah.
Jehovah, and he's free. He only lost his
He's
license
gone.
for 5 years. But my thing, do you need a license if you made 800,000 every damn 2 or 3 days? Your head to-
Retired.
He was, yeah, he snuck in through the back door, knew him by his first name.
Gone.
See, that's what. Okay.
Yeah, Michael.
Well, this shit's getting deep around here.
But you know, that's a welcome home. That's what it is. I said, Michael ain't playing with nobody. He was ready to go anyway.
There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Well, come on. Okay, everybody seen the Cat Williams interview. I know they did.
Yeah.
He said this was going to happen.
Uh-huh.
Kevin,
Cat is the one
He said.
you know, he's
It's
cat.
the reckoning coming
Damn,
coming
okay.
2024. A lot of people
That's
finna get exposed.
That's Cat Daddy, and he's ridiculous. See, my thing is all the regular people telling everybody's business. It's like I
Why
need,
he gotta be ragged? Why
you know, he looks crazy.
He's so crazy, but still.
I don't know who he is. Y'all.
He was he did a show with that, what was the Hispanic comedian? He's a comedian.
Cat Williams?
It was a Hispanic man. He showed up on the show.
George Lopez.
Him,
Uh-huh.
he's on that show. Cat Williams, an underground
Google him.
thing.
That's the only reason he underground now because
Wear dresses,
he ain't.
but I don't believe that.
That's what he's saying.
Cause there's actors that wore dresses and they ain't turned out to do shit. They still just as dumb.
That's the only he's saying is that they had. If they
They're
did
funded.
that,
He's
cool.
not.
Yeah.
But there are actors that did wear dresses and you ain't heard nothing else about them. Because they was dumb.
because it's just has not been come out. They're not gonna say what they did.
So it's because
So
it's
they-
because it's 50
that's what
50.
he's saying.
If he's wrong, because
That's
if you
what
think
he's
about it,
saying.
Martin did it,
Let's see if I can
He said
recognize
Jamie
him.
Foxx.
Jamie Foxx,
Shanae.
Shanae,
Uh-huh.
the guy,
little short black guy, what his name?
boy,
Kevin Hart.
Cam Hart with a dress.
Yeah.
and then the other man was.
And so what he said.
The other man did in Two on
All
Food.
of them have the reason that they have success.
Mhm.
Cause they wore the
They
dress.
wore the dresses.
They got to
And
wear the
they've done things with those people that could get them.
But that wouldn't be
higher
right
position.
because there's people that wore dresses that came out with one show and ain't nobody looked at them no more.
Who? Name one person.
Wesley Snipes ain't did nothing else, and he was a whole drag queen in Two on Food
But you think about all the movies that Wesley Snipes did. He
before
only
the
got in
dress.
trouble when they said he abused somebody.
But remember, he came out with the movies before the dress. When he did the dress, he ain't came out with nothing else. And then the other man with Dirty Dancing that died, what was his name?
That's crazy.
He wore the dress,
Yeah.
and
They
then.
probably all
But
got
he was
those
famous
things.
before the dress. And then the other one, the dress, the little Hispanic man, the one that played Chili Chi.
Chi-Chi.
They said, I
Because I love that movie.
So here's the thing. So if you're gonna say, if he's gonna say they wear them hoes was funny. Them hoes was funny.
Not Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes was never a comedian.
Maybe the
But you
devil
think about all other comedians.
he was the first.
But then maybe the comedians, but the thing is, if a man is wearing a dress, period.
They're actors. He
They're-
came in as an actor.
But now he's an actor. He was a comedian. Kevin Hart, all them.
That's what he's saying.
He was an actor.
He's saying all of those comedians.
But even if he wasn't a comedian,
How
people
they
was
turned into actors.
so, but they would be in the same category as people that's not comedians. Because a man in a dress is that's going to the public. It's what the public's gonna eat up. Either they gonna like you in a dress or they not. Because Tyler Perry wasn't no damn actor, and he wasn't a
But look
comedian.
what he did. Look,
But he wasn't
that
an
was his
actor.
character that he came out with in a play.
But he wasn't an actor, nor was he a doggone comedian. He was just a black man broke and put a dress on to make money.
And so are you saying what about him?
I'm saying that if they're telling us that if the comedians is putting on a dress and it makes them famous, what's the difference between a person that's not famous putting on a dress and becoming famous?
But I
It's the
think
same thing.
I think this is where you're getting it mixed up because you're wanting to put them all together.
Is
What
it-
he is saying
It's
is
black.
that's how these comedians have made it to the point that they were. These comedians started out in the where he started out. That's what he's comparing them to him.
To him.
That he was they was all on that same circuit. He said he would not put a dress on or do the other things that those men were doing to make it to the higher steps that they all have made it to. He's not comparing them to everybody. He's comparing them that they were all on the same road. But these men decided to go do something a little extra
For some change.
for some change.
But
And he said
Mind
that's
you-
not what he's trying to
but
do.
mind you, Martin, he is a comedian.
Yeah.
He got famous and stuff before doing Martin and doing Shanae and putting the dress on. And
He was because where was he at? What was he doing?
before then, he was on Def
So
Comedy.
that's what I'm saying. That's what
So he was already famous before the dress went on him.
Not famous as to where he's making all
Now,
those millions.
hey,
That's the difference. Cat is saying
Well-
the reason that he has not blown up to the point of Martin, Kevin Hart, any of those other people is because he never put that dress on and he hasn't done anything extra.
But that still
to
would
get
be
to that
true.
point.
That still would be true because Ice Cube have never put on no damn
He's
dress.
a comedian.
Yes, he
was a
was.
rapper.
He was a comedian in Friday.
No. He turned it
Well, how about this? How about this?
stand up comedy.
Mike Epps, Chris Tucker,
Everybody love Day Day
He
and Smokey.
likes them people though.
but they didn't put no dresses on.
Yeah, Chris Tucker had.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he named Chris Tucker.
But Chris Tucker
had
put no dress-
dress on in
Fifth Element.
yes.
That was not a dress. He had on that Prince type thing, and he had
a jumpsuit.
a jumpsuit on.
Tutu.
So wait a minute, because Prince had on a tutu and his ass out with high heels. So well, let's make it make sense. If Prince could do
But
it,
he was see you keep going to everybody
but
else.
I'm thinking of.
only
I'm
comparing
saying
those
they're in the
people to
same
him.
category because they
No,
are
they were
entertainment.
not stand-up comedians that just started in
But-
the underground.
But my
All
thing is,
he's saying is they did something extra to get
So what about
where they finally got it. He just said that he had those opportunities, but he was not going to do those things.
So what about the other comedian, the one with the big teeth?
Who?
His daughter screw everybody.
Who?
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, Steve Harvey didn't put no dress on.
Yes, he did.
When? Big old Steve Harvey. He would be compared to Medea. Then when he put a dress on? Because we can Google that. I ain't never seen Steve Harvey.
Right now.
Steve Harvey with a dress?
Let me look.
I ain't seen no shit like that.
Because he acts like a woman. He does. Yes, he has. He's did it when you go to his live things when he's that old lady from the church.
Sister Odell.
Yes, he has done that.
Did he dress up as a woman?
Yes, when he does, because he dressed up as all his characters. Whenever he has his live
No, but
shows,
Steven didn't get that money
his
from
live
that.
shows.
But because he wasn't funny, but we don't know him.
Because he said the same thing about Ricky Smiley.
But we don't know him from the
Yep.
dresses though.
Ricky Smiley.
Yeah, no, all he's saying is that those people,
Damn, I'm
you're not
Okay.
getting. All he's saying is that all of the people that have made it to where they are making these millions on top of millions, they all had a dress on
Gotta
at
wear
some
that dress.
point in time. And did
After they were
something
already
extra
famous. So they to continue their fame, they had to put a dress
to
on.
make it big. See, you're saying famous just because you Def Jam not famous.
Well,
But
neither
when you
is
start
Ricky
making-
Smiley and them. They are basic famous off of the radio at this point. We didn't care about him. I mean,
No,
he did make us laugh as Juanita.
So he's
And-
just saying that the bigger people.
They ain't that damn big.
But
They
my
all in the
thing
same
is-
category.
My thing is, what the dress for?
Well, here's the thing.
Huh?
Even in the 70s and 80s, they were putting on dresses, but the comedians wasn't because the Richard Pryor wear a
Flip
dress.
Wilson.
No.
Nah, I ain't never seen Rick.
And they said that he was gay.
He played multiple characters, but I never seen him.
And they said Richard Pryor was gay. And then what about the other man, the one, Fred Sanford?
No.
Did he wear a dress?
No.
And he
Yes.
and he was still
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to wear a dress to get famous.
No, see,
But what
the
he's
dress
saying-
thing is recent stuff.
So it's recent. So
That's
basically
recent
back
stuff.
then they
That-
wasn't getting paid enough, didn't put no dress
They
on, but they
wasn't
had
getting
fame.
paid.
They was.
They wasn't getting
exactly.
paid.
So now they get paid and put the dress on and it's still an issue.
It's still an issue because you're selling your whole identity.
They're
your
not selling
soul.
it. That's not true.
There
That's
it
what
is.
it
There
is.
you
Like
go.
the
There you go.
Illuminati.
So wait a minute. So they saying that just because it's the blacks, because the whites have been saying that they've had to sell their soul and stuff as child stars were being raped and things to be able to get that. So wouldn't that still be the same thing because
But
they
see,
didn't
I
have to
think-
wear
I
it?
think where you keep taking it is from where what the point we're talking about is just what Cat Williams was saying about those people those comedians. Where if
I
you're
don't know
looking
men
at
that
the-
had no
if you're
dress on.
Looking at the whole picture of it,
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood itself is a bunch of people
It's
selling
bad.
their souls to
To-
get to certain points.
I know
And
that.
that's what a lot of
Yep.
people are saying. It's like if you don't sell your soul, you're not going to make all that money.
No.
But at whatever point when you make that pivot to say, I'm going to do this, and whatever is selling your soul is, then that is when you blow up.
So it doesn't have to be the dress.
No.
That's what I'm saying, because everybody's getting on this. Well, I know that about Hollywood, but everybody keeps saying it's a dress, and I'm like, well, it can't be just a damn dress because there's a whole bunch of people that have sold their soul, ain't put no dress on, and they doing good.
He was saying in the comedian world. That's why I kept trying to say, well, I'm only speaking of what Cat Williams was saying.
But in the comedian world, there's only been a couple of people that's wore dresses, and they still ain't. I said they still ain't been famous.
No.
The only person that I know that's a comedian that's famous that's wore a dress is Martin and
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Okay, and who else?
But I didn't know Kevin. But see, I don't know Kevin Hart for wearing no damn dress. When did he put a dress on? Big Mama's house. That wasn't him. That was Martin.
Kevin Hart.
That's when Martin did it.
Yeah.
You sure did.
Let me think of what it is.
But I just don't think it's just the dress. I think people just don't want to see that he is. I mean, now me personally, I do think if you gonna put a damn dress on for the right amount of money, that's no different than we just said. Who would give Michael Jackson his drugs for $800,000 a day? And the whole room just said we would.
Now check this out.
So we done sold our soul for some.
Now,
Hello. So we would sell our soul for $800,000 a
now,
day.
check
And
it,
that's
check it.
what
That's what
happens
he's
in
saying.
Hollywood.
Okay, well that makes sense to me. That other
Yeah.
stuff I can't take.
I
Go
used to
with.
do it with my grandmother.
Mhm.
She would tell me, I was probably about 6 or 5.
That was a long time ago, child.
We're gonna bring it.
Because Charles be trying to run up on you, you know, because Charles be real slick. You gotta watch
My
him.
grandmother told me, she said, some people sell their soul to the devil, fame and fortune. Then she said, a bird in the hand worth more than 2
Two
in
in
the
the
bush.
bushes.
Okay.
You understand what she said?
No.
That's
That's
a
a,
guy with 3 or 4 women.
that's a
Be careful.
preacher.
But see,
Hmm.
it's wrong.
I ain't say it was right. I ain't say it was right.
I remember that. I remember that saying.
Sell their
I've
soul to
never
the
heard
devil.
that saying.
Because he said that. Yeah, they
That's
a little more
us
seasoned.
older folks.
They're a little more seasoned than us.
That's right.
But I do believe if they said they will sell their soul for a dress, but to say that it's only because the dresses they get famous, I just think that's far fetched because there's people that have not worn dresses that are super famous that are comedians. There's people that's wore dresses.
It's not just he was just saying that that's what they were doing.
So he basically saying that people will sell their soul any type of way, and he's using the dress as an example. But that's not a good example.
If they weren't a
No
dress,
damn
it
dress.
might be something else they're doing.
Nah, I believe that.
Why they got the dress on?
Yeah. That now I agree with that.
So this is a man to
Oh
me
my
that
God.
is like,
Can't
I
believe I
would
just
never
said that.
do this.
But he did.
Like,
He will for some coins.
that's
Yep.
what I'm saying.
That ain't got nothing to do with no dress. That's everybody.
But the dress is
The dress is
Oh, it's just okay. So it's just hypothetical.
Yeah.
Okay, hypothetical
But
is
some
cool.
people are mad
Yeah, that makes sense. You see how we got back to that? It's hypothetical because I know who
So
did it.
It's
It ain't.
it's just whatever.
Because I wouldn't
What
sell my
takes you-
soul for doing all that. You
No,
either gonna want me
no.
for the talent I got,
Or
or you
you
can
don't
take
want
over.
You just said you sell your soul for $800,000 a day to give Michael Jackson drugs. So yes, you. But I'm just saying. So it is possible. It's just now that she said it, it's just as an example.
Yeah,
That
because
makes
a
sense.
lot of
But what I
people
got it
have
from is
done
he was.
different things to
Another
get
thing.
their fame.
What I got out of it, he was
Check
like a
this out.
man in a dress is to stifle.
No,
That's
that's
other
not-
stuff.
No.
Because I was
No,
like, well, if that's
He
the
was
case,
saying
there's
that's
plenty of men
what
in
they
dress.
did
Check
to
this
get
out.
where they wanted.
Whitney Houston.
Oh, well, wait a minute, Charles. Now you got to get. Where's Taj?
Okay.
Because you got to get hit.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Okay, she
Go on.
dies in the bathtub.
She did.
Then her daughter dies in the bathtub.
Uh-huh.
That's
Huh?
right.
Huh?
Yeah, she did.
Huh?
She did.
She
Same
dreamed
way.
And her boyfriend overdosed and died too. He
Black person
committed
gets
suicide.
died in the damn bathtub. Have you?
I don't know. Y'all older now. Have you ever seen somebody drown in the pool? Didn't I think
I don't know.
Didn't Dorothy Dandridge?
No.
it was somebody famous died of a woman.
But it is true.
Right, but that-
You make a point there because a lot of people don't like the water, don't want to go near the water.
Yep, that's right.
I
love water.
I mean,
water.
yeah, but
So she
some-
died like Marilyn.
Yeah.
How did Marilyn die?
Well, it was overdose.
No, that was the Kennedys.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Cause I knew it was
So they
sick.
nothing telling me they ain't behind all
Oh,
that.
okay.
They'll get rid of you in a minute.
So, but wait a minute, cause I know the drugs will take you up out of here.
Special in this world.
Now you right on time, honey. So, because I'll be confused with it, but I'll be hearing them
Now, I
This
took
is
you
a
down in the
podcast
pool.
talk.
Out the bathtub.
Like,
and down in the pool.
who did?
Oh, like they did.
I said, I can see a person dying in a swimming pool, but not in the bathtub.
I've heard of somebody down in the. Well, it may have been Whitney.
Well,
Because the water was so hot it
it
burnt her skin off of her. That's what it was.
Concussions and
Now,
stuff
if
like
the water
that.
so hot, you can get out of
That's
there.
possible.
Well, not if you high. Now you don't have to know drugs to understand drugs. So, and I don't know drugs. Now you older than me, you probably done had a couple. I ain't never had. I don't know nothing about no drugs.
We have.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I
we
don't know
have.
nothing about no drugs. All thing I know is Tylenol, and I'm very fun about that.
How deep is the bathtub?
She was in Vegas. They didn't tell her how deep it was. You know, they again, that's
And
the
those
city of
bathrooms
sand.
are
That
like
I know the fucking-
Swimming pools, they're so.
and she was Whitney, so she had the best
Probably
man.
all
My
messed
daughter,
up.
how did the daughter die in the same manner?
I do not. That's a good question.
So-
I'd like to know that myself.
Probably because she watched her mama. Because I still believe that. Now, how they said that the water was so hot that it was melting Whitney's skin off.
That's
Shut
all
up.
hot.
So that's hot.
So
So
that's not. Can it get that hot from?
well, if you get real high,
I mean,
the drugs have you sitting for. Well, you know, if you sit your ass in hot water now, your skin wrinkle up. If it's boiling and you sitting there for a good hour, that's a tender roast
She's saying
turkey.
if she's so high off of things, she's not gonna know that difference.
Yeah, because how she died was she was over it and it was hot and she was in there so long that she slid into the water and she drowned. The water was in her throat.
Was that long?
Well,
This
they
is
say
Vegas.
everything's
Now, girl, wait a minute. You know,
Vegas.
you got a husband now. You got to think about some of the things y'all do in the places. You need a good bathtub. Got to be big.
No more.
So they do make them big like that now. I'm just saying.
Bobby Brown just still rolling.
He get high too.
I'm talking about.
And see, that's another person. He
He got
ain't
another woman now, doesn't he?
about
Yeah, he
15
got no
of them. He ain't never put on no.
I'd be scared if I was her.
He bad.
I'd be scared.
He just had two more. He just had two more kids with
Yeah,
his lady.
No, I don't think he did nothing. To
She
her.
gonna be
But I
mad when
think
he died
messed
on,
her
and she
up
ain't got no
enough.
life insurance.
Oh,
You
'cause-
yeah.
think it was him?
I don't think he killed her, but I think he messed her up enough.
He
to
supplied
Yeah.
her, I think, or did
Yeah.
whatever she wanted, he'd go get.
Whitney was already on horror stuff before she got with Bobby.
That's true.
Bobby
Yeah,
wasn't doing the horror stuff.
Nah, I do believe that because
I
Bobby.
love Whitney Houston too. She had the most beautiful voice.
She did.
I
My
knew.
question to any of these people:
Her daughter didn't have it
Why
though.
would you turn to drugs? Because it's something else that isolated you to feel like I need to go to this because I got to deal with something.
I do believe that drugs
Yeah.
suppress
This
people's
is what
emotions.
I'm gonna say about that, and it's just because
You recovering.
I want to say this, like, because I am gonna be on a Netflix show that's coming out
Mm.
on pretty soon, right?
Yeah, she told us. Somebody told us. She was real proud of you. She was proud of you.
Yeah, so, but and so,
Come in here so we can be on there with you.
Yeah.
I'll get the team together.
Since I have experienced that part of not so much Hollywood, but the film world
Mhm.
and understanding some of those things and working with the production crew, and you can tell some of them like on drugs and you know that
Sure
they do
can.
drugs and
Yeah.
stuff.
You go down harder place.
It's because it is a very stressful atmosphere. Even though it's cool, you meet awesome people.
Mhm.
It's a different level of stress that those people deal with on a daily basis,
Mm.
especially like when you're
Yeah.
doing shows or movies. You're on this emotional roller coaster all day. So I can see how some people that aren't strong enough or don't have an outlet or don't seek therapy to help them go through that, how they will
And be
then
on
turn
drugs.
to a
I see it
drug,
too.
because then I'm just like, oh, I can escape from
Like
that,
her.
and then I'll get back up and do it again. And that's what I've learned
All
from this.
this-
Just because
Oh.
All the smoke I've smoked in my life,
Yeah.
it was all because of what you said.
Uh-huh.
My husband died, had 4 kids, and they were 7, 5, 3, and
Sorry,
6
cuz.
months old.
Second one
And
this
it
way.
would be just like I would be crazy, and then I'd put them to bed, and I would be like, I'm going outside for a minute. I'd take me a toke or two, and then I'd go back in.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. And I used to get mad at them and I'll say, like they need their ass beat. I would say, I'll be back in 1 minute. I'll be back in just a minute. And I'd go outside, 2 cuffs. I walk back in, kept me from hurting them.
Yeah.
But I didn't, like you said, I didn't have money for therapy. I didn't do anything. So, I didn't say, but it come in handy. I had my own private stash.
And then you
And it worked.
add a lot of money to that, and then everybody in your face trying to get what you have or need you for something.
Oh, yeah.
Because the company wants to keep making money. You're trying to support your family.
You done bit off more than you can chew.
That you can end that way if you don't have a strong support system.
Or if you, because I'm a firm believer, because I done been in stuff with entertainment. I was signed to Sony Music for 8 years and some others. So I know it. There was 2 reality shows that I was supposed to be on, and one with T.I. and Tiny in Atlanta. I really wanted to do that. If it wasn't for them getting into that stuff a couple years ago, I would have been, y'all would have known me. But I think that you should have a certain training before even being introduced to that type of world. Because, like, a lot of times the people that they get are people that their parents wasn't in their lives or they didn't have many responsibilities. So, because they try to grip you when you're young and get you into that business. But someone that has been around, like, you can't tell me your life is gonna be like this with money if I was raised around not having money but didn't need money like that. Does that make sense?
It does.
Because I don't need it, but once I get it, I can understand it because I've already been around this type of way of living that I can put my money up and continue to do what I'm doing.
Here's the thing, and what I can say about reality TV. They want people that have broken, have either something that they can pull on to pull people's heartstrings.
They tried it. That's why I wouldn't own a couple of them.
That is gonna create good TV. So it's like reality TV. You are on the most times when you watch on these competition or these shows, there are certain aspects of it that is really just a competition and grinding. The other part of it is what is your day-to-day acting like. So I'll give you for instance.
Your day-to-day.
I would get up, we would go do our shoot, and I might be on set for 12, 15 hours. I go back to the hotel. The next day, I'm up at 7 o'clock again, and I'm back out there doing it again. So they keep your emotions high and low. And I'm sure this just a little, I'm gone for 3 weeks. Think about the people and the actors that have to like be in character for months on a time and having to deal with this and like
setting their team and their structure.
Right back to what is your support team like?
How you was raised too.
If you have a really good support team and you're staying like in prayer and you're like really making sure your mental is good, you're gonna be okay. But if you get in an area of where you're like
uncertainty,
like or it's now because they keep telling me like your life's about to change when this show drops. Your life is about to change. And I'm like, I don't really know what that means. For me, it's like if I continue to be who I am and true to myself, it's not. I might have more money, people might recognize me, but it's not going to be where I'm like, oh my God, what am I?
I'm all that in the bag of chips.
She already found out. She's already chips. Yeah, because don't let her fool you.
That's how they
get gobbled up. And I can bet weak is the word. And I can say this because when I was younger, when I first went to New York for them 3 months, because I got to model with Gap. I have a good my mama. I bring some pictures, because I was so tall, and not everybody could get in the jeans. You had to have a certain leg length, and so my mother told me when I went, she made me come back home too. I was mad at her, but anyway, she let me go because she said, out of all the kids, I know you'll be okay. So I went down there, made my cash, and thought I was gonna sign this contract with them to do a whole year. She said, "Bring your ass home." I said, "Ooh." That's the first time I want to call her at the B word. But whatever the case, I came back home. But the whole time I was down there, I seen different things. And then I can think about that first reality show in Atlanta that they wanted me to be on because my YouTube was getting 100,000 views a day. So I went down there to do this this interview, not interview, this audition at the warehouse. It was real cute. They had me read this scene and did all this stuff, and they said the lady pulled me in. I got to the third call. It was her and two men, and they said, you can get on there and the recording will start in it was July, it was a summer thing. So, my whole thing was who's gonna do my hair? Because my hair is long and I had no chemicals. So I'm like, you gonna have me on this camera with this big old fro every morning looking stupid. I was going in with demands like I was already Beyonce. And because in my mind, I've been with me all these years. You're not gonna tell me that I can get up every day and it's gonna be okay because they gonna have me on the camera cussing somebody out. I'm gonna be like, now this motherfucker told me if I signed these papers and I realized at that point that I'm the character. But what got me is, as we were talking, they said, you'll be okay. We'll have somebody there. And I said, okay. Because I'll be on there mentioning your name. Because once I'm on there, I already had my house and a little coin in the bank. You can't come after me and make me feel crazy when I've already established something at a young age. What threw me off with going with this first show, and they got the pilot picked up and it actually was canceled. It was a show. When we were talking, they were like, "You gonna have to do some of your sayings that we see on YouTube because they ain't no telling what's gonna come out my mouth, which is cute. But I want access, I want control over anything I do." That was the first thing. Even coming off American Idol, I had to walk away from the contract when I got to Hollywood. But I'll tell you about that too.
Damn, y'all something special.
I know that's fine though. But I got the attorney that I had then, and David, they would let me send him a picture on my phone with them pictures of showing in the contract. And I said, honey, I don't want this. And I walked out the door, but everybody ain't like me. I know that. But with this one particular show, because I used to go on cast calls all day long, I used to do my thing. At the end of it, they said, and then you need to make sure you tell them about how your father wasn't in your life and you was molested. And I said, that's a lie. I'm not finna say no crazy shit like that. Now that really make mama and them show out on me. I'm not finna say no bullshit like that. They said, well, didn't your father leave the house and the lady's looking crazy? I said,
Throw some more money at you.
no, he's at the house with my mama now. They still in Nashville. What you talking about? And then the lady said, well, listen, sometimes you have to change things around just so you can get the spotlight. I said, girl, I don't need that spotlight because I got to deal with my mama and them once this is over with. And my mom,
that they needed you to portray.
not this character, because you called me, you should have looked at my videos. This character wasn't having that because my mom and dad had been together 54 years. She died. They was together 54 years and married 51. Now, what am I sit up here and say my daddy wasn't in the house for? That looks crazy. Yeah. And then why would I say anybody that follows me know better? I'm not finna lie and say I was in a broken home because that's not a true statement. I'm not finna lie and say we had roaches and that's a lie. I'm not finna sit here and say I was molested because we was mean growing up. My mother said if somebody pulled their dick out, this is how she talked. She said if somebody pulled their dick out and put it in your face, you put it in your mouth and bite it off. And she said because they can't keep you if you do that. And we've learned that. I learned that at 5. Because she talked to us like that. So we're gonna sit up here and lie and say unless some Negro grab me and pin me down and do that's a lie. That's not true. So I wasn't gonna say that. They said, oh well, we'll call you back. Made it to the third round. Didn't get past that third round off of that. Because if I would have lied, it would have been something. But when I was doing that thing with T.I. and Tiny, I hate they didn't do that. We had to sign a thing so we couldn't talk about what it was about. But let me tell you, it was gonna be really good. And I was going to be with 7 other people. The difference was I was going as Foresta. And these other people was already famous people and different stuff. So they put me in a situation where I could be myself. So you knew that was going to be fine because I could go as myself. Now, they be talking about all this stuff and I could say, you stupid. And it would be okay because that's the character. Yeah. But they wanted to have slaves in the dungeon and all that crazy shit, so everything dropped. And so I just told myself, maybe Nashville will have it and we can do a reality show here. But I understand it because I was young when all this stuff is happening. And they try to put stuff in your mind. If you don't know no better, if you was raised around people that didn't really support you and have your back and do stuff, you will fall weak. But if I could be this age now and ain't never did no weed and ain't never did nothing and pay bills and do stuff, I know I can be famous because my character is who I am.
Yeah.
You ain't finna tell me to do a whole bunch of bullshit and think I'm gonna do it. 'Cause I don't need you.
I'm that person that asks a lot of questions. So like, what are we doing and why are we doing this? At the end of the day, what's going to be hilarious for me is, and when I talk to some of the other people that's on the show, I'm like, I would love to see how it's going to be edited.
Now that's another
we all
thing.
know how things actually went. And so the editing part of it, because they have you say certain things like the same lines over and over and over.
Yeah.
Sometimes like I could be doing something and when I was doing something, I said something. They were like, oh, can you say that again? Can you say that again? And I know
So they can hear it.
can put it on different parts, sound bites on the
But
on the
you,
show.
but it,
That's good because now they got the AI. They can change anything real voice.
well, here's the thing.
That AI.
So my suggestion to you is you need to start your own YouTube channel and let people know your personality before anything hits on you.
Mhm.
Because with me, I'm here for it. You can put me in a room and you can have my voice and all kind of stuff because my response is what's gonna make you feel crazy. Because I'll be the one that interviews with Oprah and say, "Now, bitch, they just up here said this," and then that was not what happened. What happened was Toya and them was doing this at this time, and I was outside at the grill, and a bug flew on me, and they heard me holler. They done put my voice from that up there with them arguing. Girl, I wasn't in there. I was out there with the bugs yelling and running. But that would be okay. Then people can look back and say, "Oh, Forresta don't do that because it's in that doggone all of the Facebooks and Instagram because you've already created who you are."
Yeah, I think like my Instagram page and my business page, like people know who I am.
Get out there.
And I think that even who I am on this show, it is who I am.
It is.
It's truly
Yeah.
who I am as a person.
But you got to get in situations where the table is shaking and your true personality can come out because that is who you are. Like, even though Sharon is in here right now, if you did something to me to get cussed out, Sharon gonna watch you get wild in here because that is a character that you know.
That's who you are.
I'm not gonna change just because the light is on.
Absolutely.
Now,
and that is
You might be talking to me and Sharon does something that to put her out. She's gonna hit that door. Bye, Sharon. You got to go. And everybody's like, "Oh, you don't put." Yes, because that's the true character.
Yeah.
Charles can get put out too. But that's who it is. That's the character.
I had another
You have to
thought.
let them do. Oh Lord.
We come up with AI now.
That's insane.
This is just me now.
I heard that the other day. I didn't
That's how you
believe it.
get Trump. They gonna make him say some stupid stuff.
More?
You know what he gonna say? Somebody's tricking me.
He's gonna say add it.
He's got this out there.
He's gonna say add it to my list of other dumb things I said because
That's gonna be
this
some
is
dirty stuff. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna be out there. Once he go out there, it's out there. You can't bring it back.
the only thing about Trump that bothers me with everybody is the man is 77 years old.
Well, that's him and Biden. I just feel
But both of
They're
but
both
so,
really.
so here's my thing. You can tell me all type of stuff about Trump as if his ass is 20 and he's about to run another 15 years. He's already old.
I really feel like
Who would take over?
yeah.
Kamala. Oh, look.
And how I really feel about presidents. I
Um,
really think at a certain age you should not be able to run.
like driving.
Yeah, at a certain age, because
You
of
should have
the
to take a
stress level
test.
of what is happening in that office,
Yeah.
I just don't feel like
It's too much.
it already
And
puts more on
and you're
you.
mentally
Yes,
not as good as you once
Yeah.
were.
Well, none of us. And then here's another thing.
But he's got everybody around him.
But he
And
never.
at 70,
But wait a minute now. He was never stressed. He was never stressed in office because his whole thing was brush it off. He's cool. He ain't got no issue.
That's probably why he do look the exact same.
He looked up like Big Bird. You're right. He looks still like he's on Sesame Street. You're right. He still looks the same. But I'm a firm believer that someone was talking the other day, they were trying to break down all this stuff on Trump. And I was like, girl, you talking to me like I'm going to vote for him or something. He's half dead. There's nothing else he can do.
Nothing.
They said, but he can have them come over and kill us in the country. Well, we already know that. So what we still talking about it for? You try to pick up the other folks that's slow. You ain't got to sell him to me. I know who Trump is. I know who Trump is. I know who Biden is. I know who Jesus is. I don't need you to try to sell me. I'm not confused the law, so I don't need you to save with me. Hell, I'm with it. Only thing I can do is walk up there and pay what I'm gonna pay and vote for who I'm gonna vote for and walk on up out the door.
Walk up on that.
People
door.
be
That was a good conversation.
well, I'm working on my podcast. I would love to. This is how we're gonna do the podcast. I interview and have conversations like this because this is what I do. Charles had a conversation with the lady next door from Canada, and we were talking about race. And I'm gonna keep saying this. Charles put his hands up. He said, "I said, because they have conversations like this." Charles said, "I ain't never had a conversation like this with a Caucasian woman about race." And Charles 7 years old, he said, "I ain't never had it." I said, "Charles, well, you know why you had it, don't you?" He said, "Well," I said, "It's because of me. I mean, I'm the reason that things move like they need to move." So if you want to, I would love, and this is an offer to you because now I done already paid for my StreamYard, so I'm ready to roll. I am asking individuals to think of something to talk about, and then I will form the company around what the conversation is. And we can sit and talk about it here, or we can sit because I can send out links and we can do the views on the videos on it. And great things, anything. I've got one interview with a girl. Um, she has 2 kids with her baby daddy, and then her baby daddy has 2 kids with his ex, and she's the one that's doing all kind of stuff to her life while they together. And that's gonna be a one-on-one, but it's definitely gonna be something probably the next 2-3 weeks, to be honest with you, because she's ready, she's over, and they out of Nashville. Yeah, I'm like the Oprah and Wendy Williams without the mess of Wendy, because Wendy does the most.
Cousin right there.
But the difference is, if I put you in it, that means it's coming from a genuine place and not messy. Because I don't see a side. I'm always treat everybody the same. So that's the thing. So if you have something that you would love to talk about and be ready to roll, let's bring it on to the Show podcast.
I'll be back here. It was great talking to you.
Well, it's great talking to you. We'll see you in a couple, Sugarfoot. Wait a minute, did you pay? Oh yeah, she paid. Let's say I was gonna send her to I was gonna send her to jail. I was gonna go on and file this thing. She look, I had to think about something, but y'all said she
There's
paid.
a DNA right there.
It's right there. Her card is up, so I pushed it.
They can do it back these days.
I'm telling you.
Shit, I need to order some T-shirts and stuff, and I should have them by next week. But if you're not doing nothing Saturday, I would love.
I'll run up there and do it for you.
Oh my God. And if you want to, I have some over there on the table if you want to give to somebody, because I know you were telling your friend. And that way when they come, they get buy one, get one 50% off.
Well, this is for my friend that might come this afternoon.
Oh, and I'll be here. I'm gonna go take my daddy
She's
to
working
his
at the
appointment.
dentist office, and they're the best dentist in town. But you tell her this is for me. Her name is Sherry.
Oh, when she get here, I remember you put that there. Yeah. I'm gonna go take daddy to his appointment. We gotta be there in a few minutes, and then I don't sit here. Charles do that. He gets shit started and then wants to walk up out of here. You see how Charles is? Just trifling.
That was a great. That gave me.
Tell you.
It's so mean.
Informative.
I mean, I know everybody thinks terrible, but some white folk are just terrible.
No.
But I've not ever been that way.
Well,
I got my ass beat when I was a kid because I defended somebody.
But I'm gonna give you my little thing on the racism thing. Now, we live side by side.
Right.
Y'all technically do because y'all are down the street from each other.
We barbecue together, Christmas party together. The same thing over here with my other white friend.
Yeah.
But you got that white guy across the street. He gonna call you, say, hey man, you can't come to our Christmas party no more. You messed with the black folks over there. See, that's the bad. You've been friendly, and all of a sudden, I'm sorry, but we can't come to the Christmas party this year. Because he done got y'all in a whole different, and we been friends.
And they got the black neighbor.
Well, I had been that way. I was telling Forresta since I was a little girl because I had a black friend, and boy, I went home and I called hell for that. I mean, they just told me real quick, you're doing this and you're doing that, and I remember telling them, they're just like us. They're just a different color.
Yeah.
And we all bleed red.
Yep.
And then she turned around and walked out
Mine's
the
pink.
hell knocked out of me for saying that.
Really?
Oh, I swear to you, she was
Because-
a pedo bitch.
Because
She's a mean bitch.
I hated that woman 100 days is dead. But she said, you bring one home and see what fucking happened.
Mhm.
She said that to you?
Yes. And I was just like, what? I mean, I just couldn't understand where they were coming from.
Hmm.
It just didn't register with me, and I've never been that way. I've never been that way. So
Well, I was raised around any and everybody, and my mother's best friend was whiter than you. And I bought my first house from her. And everything. We were just not raised around
No.
that type of stuff. We understood race
around
around.
those type of people, and but I refuse to be like them.
Ryan, my best friend, you're gonna have to meet her. She's a younger version of you. She cut her hair real short. She comes in. She'll be if you sitting here one day, she'll pull that door and she'll say, "Sunset." I'll be like, "Oh God!" And Ryder, and she'll if you sitting there, she'll walk up the shop. She'll be like, "I'm her redneck sister." I said, "Stop saying that when you come in here. We done been doing this since '96." I said, "Stop saying that because people gonna think that you're special." She said, "I am." She says, "They don't call me mama for no reason." And she said, but that's who we were raised around. But her daddy was a Klansman and all that stuff.
But I just kept remembering, they would put me on the bus and send me to church, and then I would hear this, red or yellow, black or white, they are precious in His sight.
Mhm.
And that's what stuck with me.
Yep.
And that's why I am the way I am today, because I love everybody.
Well, I think a lot of people have to look past race and just treat everybody the
That's
same.
the way they were.
What?
They were.
I don't see white or black.
And hell's gonna be running over with people like that.
I just had a conversation with one of my friends yesterday. She keeps talking about Mexicans. And I keep telling her, leave them damn Mexicans up.
They're just like us.
And she said, I'm working on it. I said,
We same color.
she said, you the only one that's gonna tell me when I'm wrong. I said, well, here's the thing.
Everything.
Why would you look at because I've seen Mexicans that can't drive, but I've also seen blacks that can't drive. I've seen some whites that can't drive. I've seen some blacks that can't drive. I don't see them all day long. Just so in my mind, I treat everybody the same because in reality, we are the same. Somebody's just as stupid as the other one. It ain't their race, it's the person.
It's what it is. And, and like I said, somebody I know that's racist, I said, well, if you was laying there, and you need a kidney, and you were really sick, and this black guy comes up and offers you their kidney, I said, would you take it?
You know that bitch. I mean, that person will take
I
it.
said, come on, think about it. And I mean, I just turn it around on when people say
That's what I don't have the conversation because I'm like, you're stupid. You're just stupid.
You're gonna take it if that's what's gonna keep you alive.
Sure
So
is.
don't act like that. That's being rude, ugly. I don't like it.
And look, well, God don't like ugly, and He wrote about it.
Sure does.
That's what my grandma used to always tell me.
I treat everybody the same. That's why I get along with so many people because I treat everybody the same.
We from the
Who
country,
is?
Denmark, Tennessee.
We lived in Springfield, Tennessee.
And
Well,
my
Sprinklers fit.
grandmother, my uncle, my aunt, we was poor, but we didn't think it, but we never did hate the white people. Never.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna get over, not hating somebody.
Even then, we were that same way. There was 7 of us. We didn't have a pot to pee in or.
That's it.
Hell, I was so happy when we moved into a house that had
We
2
didn't-
holes in the outside.
We-
I thought, well,
We had an outhouse too. We had an outhouse out the back door,
mhm,
outhouse to the right,
mhm.
the well was to the left.
Yeah, that's about what ours was.
And a few months ago, I think I said, that toilet was too close to the well.
That's something to think about. But yeah, I got so sick of we lived into a house that had 2 holes in the bathroom. I thought,
What was her name?
moving on up, baby.
Yep.
Moving on up.
You said you had 2 holes in the bathroom. What was their names?
I don't know,
So,
but I was like, well, who would want to be in here with 2 people anyway? But I thought it was high class compared to the 1 hole we had.
Cause we didn't have running water or nothing. And
We didn't either, we had to go out of the well and
our
My
stove,
daddy
our
had
stove
outlets
in the kitchen was wood stove.
did I had a big, we had a big pot,
Big pot in the living room.
pot belly stove, I mean, whatever that thing
Yep,
is called.
yep.
And they put beans on it every morning in the winter,
Yep.
cook the beans.
Oh, you know the young people.
Yep,
would
them
love
we
it.
had
Beans, taters and cornbread,
Cornbread.
that's what we lived
That's
on.
it. We did too.
See,
Oh, Charles, she's the one for the Christmas holiday. She made the pot roast,
meatloaf.
meatloaf. They
Meatloaf.
ate the hell out of that.
Yeah, when I got here, it was gone.
Well,
I'll get you one.
Yeah.
I told you, Charles, and I got something out while we were in here. I ordered you something. It should be here hopefully today or tomorrow.
You're so, I know, thank you for being so good to me.
Well, thank you for being
All
one of my bitches, honey. You know I live for you long time.
I love
We have the best conversations.
We do.
All the
We got
time.
good conversation.
And that's what makes the world go wrong. I'm
I am who I am, and nobody's gonna ever change me.
Amen.
And I have nobody, you know, I don't care what your opinion is, they're like assholes, we all got one.
Well, some
But
people
my
don't.
opinion, matters, but, well, that's the reason why when I got old enough to leave, I left, and I never looked back at them damn people.
That's
It
it.
was like, see ya, wouldn't wanna be ya.
You
That's
a smart lady.
See you tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, I'll have your
Nice
drink
meeting
ready.
you.
All right.
That's Charles, he's crazy.
Okay, take care.
All right. See you.
Okay, Charles.
Oh, you gotta hit the road.
Look, I'm trying to get this, trying to make me a drink before I go, because the goal is to go walking for a little bit and come back after I take that in the thing. I tell you, you gotta take care of your parents, though.
Yep. But now this new generation won't get that, but they've been pregnant.
Yeah,
Up to my bad too. Up to my bad.
real?
These jokers don't care nowadays.
They ain't finna get these. I don't pay no attention.
Mm.
They all are talking a whole bunch of stuff, but in reality, I don't see him getting off.
Me,
I try.
because see, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Now say I won that doggone $1.3 million,
You gonna win.
billion-dollar lottery. I'm living right there where I'm living. Now I got more money than everybody around. I got power. I don't care what the little governor or the mayor. I'm over them jokers. I tell them jokers what to do. You know what I'm saying?
And you gonna do it.
Hey, I got potholes out here. I need them fixed now. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna say you gonna donate the funds to those.
Yeah, right. I put money towards your little campaign. You gonna fix them holes today.
Here goes another one.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a good thing. Hey guys, how are thou? Oh. Let me see you. You finishing your walk, Charles?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk. Yeah,
You look good. Keep on walking because you live long when you do.
yeah, I'm gonna get my wash, man.
Okay, first time?
Yeah, first time.
Oh, okay, this is even better. I live for a good first time.
Yeah, we just moved in across the street at the apartments over there.
How long have you been there?
We've
Like
been
2
there like
months.
2 months now.
I'm at you. You should be.
I know. I was like, I need to go over there, but I've just been so busy. I'm panicking and all that. But I'm like, we need to get over here.
Yeah, I moved from.
Welcome to the family.
California.
Oh, okay. I love California. I was stationed out there in the Air Force.
Oh, really?
Victorville.
Oh, in Victorville. Yeah, so we were out in Palm Springs,
Yeah,
not far from
Springs.
you. Yeah.
I love California. People different out there. That's the
I
man.
love
That's why I know people are different out here too.
You got to catch on around here.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
truly don't know what you gonna
And they eat different out there too.
Mm-hmm.
Here,
Oh,
they
yeah.
eat a lot. You can tell they eat a lot here.
Oh, yeah.
They eat a lot. They eat
Different lifestyle out there. Yeah, for sure,
I
for
know the
sure.
first time I went to, well, I've been in California a whole lot. I like to go to the wineries and different things.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful country up
When
there.
I went to, I think I was 18, and I went to a McDonald's and asked for a sweet tea.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
And they said, you don't have sweet tea.
No, see.
Oh,
And I was like,
what do you mean?
I was like, they said, no, we don't have that here. So I said, well, I'm going to another restaurant.
You ain't got
Went
that.
to another restaurant, they didn't have sweet tea.
Yeah,
And then the
yeah,
girl in the drive-thru was just like, it's in California, we don't do that here,
Yeah.
you know, because it's not good for the health. I was like, well, wait a minute, if I want to drink.
Like they don't have to drink it. It doesn't mean you don't have to
Yeah.
care.
You know, I just need to be loved on. Well, let me help y'all. Let's talk. What do you know or what do you don't know?